Jesse Ross, Public Art Coordinator. I just wanted to clarify, there's been a lot of comments, one of them being that the relationship with Director Singh and staff is irreparable, and I just want to state that that's irresponsible to say that. That does not represent my view and maybe many others. It's been very unclear who has had an HR problem, and it's very vague. Is it one person? Is it two? But we blanket statement it like we're painting out Director Singh to be a monster, and it's a bad mischaracterization. We've also been characterizing him as a bad leader. I just want you to know that his leadership was clear, and we were focused, and the priority was sitting on the top of your agenda, equity. And we operationalized it, we met about that, and we took everything we did and put it through that lens. And the chaos that ensued happened after July. And this body, I know some of you weren't sitting in these chairs, but before July, there was no complaints. There was no chaos, and from anything, like within staff or anybody. After July, and after a huge conflict of interest and calls to the top through speed dial, chaos ensued. And the harm started happening, the threats, the this and that, and all these things. And a lot of the new staff that has come on, I feel for them. They did not get to experience Director Singh before that. And if they had, I personally believe that they would have a different view. But all the rugs were pulling out from under him, left and right after July. He was getting, the directors at the top of every major metro organization coming to him because of the calls that were going out and some of the conflicts of interest that are very clear. I mean, it's clear that he was doing a great job at prioritizing equity because that's what happened. And the can that keeps getting kicked down the road that I'm concerned about as a staff person, and some of you have said this without actually saying it, this is clear scapegoating. And the problem with scapegoating is that when you send that person out, you didn't get rid of the problems. The can that keeps getting kicked down the road is, I don't think, personally, this commission understands what equity is, what it looks like. It's on the top of our agenda, but we don't talk about it. And how is this next person gonna prioritize that? I know there's different opinions, but to me, congratulations to Dr. Singh for the first time in 30 years actually prioritizing a funding model that was not 100% to, legacy organizations. It was going to artists, it was going to people on the ground. So all the harm that's being compiled, and I will say, excuse me, that the whole time that he was doing that, we had a skeleton staff, a finance director that didn't even want the job, that lived in Oregon, that we had bad reception at every meeting. We finally have a full staff, but unfortunately July happened. And so I'll never know what we could have accomplished. And so I am very concerned that no matter what, scapegoat we send out, we're putting a Band-Aid in there, the problems are still there. What does this look like? So just for me personally, I just had to state that because it's been misrepresented and mischaracterized in my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.